game, I guarantee. Is this fun or what?
This is why you left all that weight.
Get the popcorn ready. Here we go. Here we go. Blue 85.
One of the reasons why I love football is it's rather unpredictable, and you really live on the edge.
I want to see how good I can get. There's a quest. It's like climbing a mountain.
22 scout E option on one. Ready?
If you can get to where you have the intellect and the preparation so your mind can be free, then you can finally use your physical talent. That it's like nirvana. It's football nirvana.
Steps up in the pocket, takes off, lots of room up the middle. He might go. Down to the 10, down to the 5. Cuts to the right, pushes off, into the end zone.
I think that's why I have a passion for it. I want to go play right now.
The speech written out. This is gonna be like a lengthy deal here?
Yeah, it's going to go on forever.
Hello.
And if I was your mother, I'd tell you to get out of football.
Hey, thanks for the tip.
You want me to announce you the starting quarterback?
Is this great or what? Bro, we'll see how it goes. If they boo me, I'm going to go, stand up, dog. It's your fault. You ready? Let's go do it. I need to find my wife is what I need. Hi.
Obviously, this is a tough decision, but I know that I've made the right one because I've studied it out, and I really feel it in my heart, and I can't deny it. And so I retire from the great game of football today. I have used football as a metaphor in many ways for my own personal life. I have learned the tough lessons of humility and patience, and isn't it true that under pressure, we truly learn about ourselves, and we get to know ourselves so much more, and I'm grateful for the pressure of football. From when I was a little kid to today, that pressure remained constant. The pressure to perform taught me some of the greatest lessons of my life.
I started playing football when I was about 8 years old in a league that, like a town league. I think I wanted to play quarterback because that was the guy who called the play. I wanted to call the play.
All right, watch the hot and the flat. Double wing right. 2-jet, E-deep, stick X cross on one. Ready?
We would just draw them. We didn't even know what to call them. We'd just go here, you do that, and you go there to the corner. And I'm not sure that we had any idea about what anything was called. I just knew I wanted to play quarterback. That way I got to draw in the chest.
It's a little stuff, boys. Come on, it's a little stuff. We got to be able to put plays together without tripping, without throwing interception.
If it was center, I would have been a center.
Blue 85!
You know, I wanted to control. My mom says I'm a control freak. That's not really true, but I do like to call the play.
Hey, don't touch my ball now.
I have a memory of getting the wind knocked out of me. My mom coming out on the field, and she almost stepped on me as she headed for the kid who hit me, and shook him by the shoulders. Don't you ever hit my son again.
It's true. That's true.
For years I heard about that. You know, where's your mom? Is she gonna come out and save you? You know. So actually, you know, I think a lot of kids just respected him. You know, they're afraid of her. You know, they're like, well, watch out for Mrs. Young. You know, she gets fist.
Well, the Cowboys need a miracle. Roger takes the snap, pumps it once.
I remember growing up watching Roger Staubach.
He's going long. Down the near sideline for Drew Pearson. Pearson makes the catch at the 5. Touchdown!
And it's funny that as I got older and played in the NFL, that there would be some similarities. And I don't know if it was from watching him or not, but maybe just the physical capabilities that I had were similar to his. But that's amazing that I ended up playing professional football and trying to be like Roger Staubach.
Young thinking of a quarterback sneak again. Breaks to the outside. Dives into the goal line. Touchdown 49ers! Steve Young with a run of the day.
Even as the NFL and how many years I've played, there's still some similarities of going out and down to the schoolyard and playing. It's your buddies, and although we don't draw them in the dirt as much anymore, and there's a lot more pressure. There are days when it gets real simple. You just smell the grass, and enjoy getting dirty, just being tough, thinking that you're a tough football player. And, really, and that's probably the best way to have it. No coaches, no referees, just go down and get dirty, make your mom mad. That's the biggest thing that happened. And I think that those are good memories to think about.
I guess until I became a pro, the moral of my history was, as fast as you could get it, it was coming, and suddenly I got to the 49ers and it stopped.
Montana going without a huddle. 52 seconds remaining. To watch Joe Montana do this, so many years, and to watch this absolute surgeon on the football field and one of the all-time greats do his thing again, it's almost like poetry.
And I had to learn a couple other lessons that I never thought I'd have to learn. One of them is the 4-letter word patience. I mean, to just sit there and be biting at the bit, driving yourself crazy, wanting to get on the field, and you couldn't.
Back to throw Montana. Stepped up, throws. And the 49ers have won the Super Bowl.
Joe and I, we never had crosswords, even in the toughest times. It just was a young guy wanting to play, an older guy, the best in the world, wanting this young guy to get, leave me alone. I mean, it's just like the common, natural parts of competitive spirit.
Come on, Steve, let's go! With a play fake. They didn't buy it this time, but he got away from Stokes anyhow, and he takes off. Down to the 25, down to the 20, cuts into the middle, down to the 15, gets back up, and is landed out of the 16-yard line. Then he lost the ball after the second time. Joe Montana would be running in the first place. Montana is still the best, and he always will be.
I think some of the greatest lessons in life are when things aren't going your way. I look back on times when things aren't going too good, and I'm grateful for them, because that's when you learn about yourself. Everyone can ride the wave and, take the pictures and with the nice pose on top of your surfboard, but it's when the wave crashes on you, how do you handle that? Find out, first of all, how tough I am. Second, if what my integrity level is, where I'm willing to sacrifice.
He's got some room. He's going to try to dive for it. He gets there!
Then there was a transition from Montana to yourself. What was the biggest obstacle that you faced in gaining the respect? Now, that's a bad question. I can see
that's a great question.
You're glazing over and you're saying, what do I have to deal with this crap for?
That's a great question. Actually, I was sighing a deep breath because of how hard it was. Yeah. Because you've got somebody who's established as one of the great players of all time. Then here comes a new guy with nothing. And you have to literally build from there. And then everyone knows where it was. And you have to quickly, before anyone really notices too much, quickly build when you know that you're not even close to getting there.
And a straight back drop by, here is Jerry Rice. He's got it to 40, 35, 30. Young's pass was perfect. He's down to the 10, 5 into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. You take it yourself.
I have my internal comparison to myself, to the standard I've set, and the standard that Joe set. I wanted to be able to continue holding that torch, but the comparisons were always going to be unfair, and so I didn't worry about it. The key is to take it on yourself and win. There's a moment in the game where everyone in the team says, this is hard. This is really hard. And maybe, people start looking for the bus. You're like, how far are we from the bus? Or how far are we from the locker room? You have to say, we're standing in here and we're going to win this football game. There was a game against the New Orleans Saints. We played awful and we were down 21-7 with a few minutes to go. And we put two tremendous scoring drives together. And I think we scored to win the game. 20-25 seconds left in the game. That was a great comeback.
Now it is first and goal at the 7. And Young looking to the end zone. Touchdown 49ers! Brett Jones, the leaping catch. 49ers have tied the game. Extra point could wrap up a win in the final minute again.
People here, they think that's what Joe Montana would do. Steve Young took this 49er team right down the field.
You can spin it however you want, but in the end, it's the character trait that says I have to do more. There's more out there, there's more to do, and I want to make sure that I get all of it. I want to see how good I can get.
And there's a quest. It's like climbing a mountain.
Young in trouble. He's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40. Young is in trouble, and he got away somehow. Gets away again to the 35. Cuts back at the 30. Young might score to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers. And again the bootleg. Young, unbelievably, this time throws. He gets it to Brett Jones into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers!
I think there were a lot of things that came together right around there. I think the whole team was kind of looking for its personality with a lot of new guys, a lot of guys that had come to the team as established veterans from other teams. We were looking for chemistry, and we were kind of floundering, trying to find it while we had a lot of injuries also. And I think when we hit the Philadelphia game and got embarrassed and humiliated, we looked around and said, now, we know this isn't us. We know whatever we're going to be, this isn't what we are.
If Steve Young's hurting and taking a beating, he should take himself out. But Steve Young has done too much for this organization to be pulled on 3rd and 10 like that.
I always thought of myself as a tremendous leader, somebody who was there for the team, who would take the hits, who could answer the bell.
Steve Young was furious, and during the timeout had to be close to physically restrained from going up there and telling Seifert off.
You know, it was finally when I screamed at my coach and challenged him to a fight, everyone said, oh, now that's a leader. And really I learned, I think, a valuable lesson. Perception is 90% of the rule. Because you might work hard and be a leader and do all the things, but if you're not perceived to be one, you're probably not.
Steve Young is hurt. Oh my, is he ever. Again, I don't know if he can get up from this one.
I think there was a moment there where we were saying to ourselves, how bad can it get? And we were doing a good job of finding out.
Major concern over on the 49er bench right now. Steve Young down, the team doctor's over there. He just got up off the bench, and I know he's asking in. Look at this, he's racing back to get in.
Well, we're just trying to salvage the season. And I think that at that moment, there was a sense that this thing doesn't have to be this bad. There was a brink, I think, that we came onto. Kind of a definition for our team, who we'd be, who was going to be the leaders, who were going to be the followers, how we were going to get there. And I think at that moment, we became the 1994 49ers.
Here's the ball game. Young under pressure. Gets it away. Ball is caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Singleton. What a game.
Oh, that was close. Much too close for me. You know, this is just one obstacle that he really don't overcome. So I don't think he has anything to prove anymore.
When we get over here and we start, and I do it too, we start freaking on each other, or you know, it's something, and we kind of slows us down. You know what I mean? We just got to believe and big things happen.
I've kind of learned through some hard experiences that I'm not going to put the whole thing on my shoulders. So it's not like all of a sudden I've had newfound freedom, because I really felt that I was a confident all-pro quarterback before that.
Brent Jones, he should get there, dive! He tumbles into the end zone! They had a fake to Waters, and Young pump fakes, then goes back to Ricky the other way.
For us, and for me, getting the Super Bowl was just the minimum.
He dives! He's into the end zone!
But that's how much difference it is between what is good enough and what's not good enough.
Focus and mental attitude have a lot to do with success in football. Perception that we were going to be champs, and talked about it and believed in it, and, you know, we didn't just walk around in eggshells. I mean, we really went at it.
Young carries it in himself. He dives into the end zone after he saw nobody open. He then slams the ball down. Young goes back to throw, sets up, goes for the end zone. Rice is out there. Touchdown, 49ers!
We recognize that football is timing. You know, we got a pretty powerful team. We're possessed. I think the whole team is possessed to get this ring.
The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl, number 29 in Miami. Won't have to hear any more talk about Steve Young getting to the Super Bowl. Now he'll have
know, you wake up in the morning of the Super Bowl and you say to yourself that tonight, my life will be different. One way or another, my life is going to be different. That's an interesting way to feel in the morning as you're eating breakfast. This is really the moment we talked about. We really thoroughly enjoyed the whole trip.
And a play fake. Young goes deep middle. He's got Jerry Rice. Touchdown 49ers!
If you win a championship and don't really look at the underlying values that you get in teamwork and coming together and sacrifice and all those great, to me, moral values that are part of championships, then you've really missed the greatness in getting there.
Quick pass, left flat. Ricky Waters makes the catch. He's in. Quick pass to the goal line. Floyd falls in. Touchdown 49ers. Drills it across the middle. Catch by Rice, deep middle. Waters a great over the shoulder catch. Quick pass, slant in. Jerry Rice, another touchdown. Steve Young is now #1 all time with 6 touchdown passes.
If you would have told me that I was going to throw 6, yeah, it was impossible. I mean, that's fantasy. I mean, you'd have to be on cartoons or something.
You did it. MVP, baby. Unbelievable.
Someone take the monkey off my back, please.
It was one of the rare experiences where the reality far outweighed the dream. It was beyond my wildest imagination.
One of my favorite memories is being in the locker room after that game. It was a time when the whole team was together and the world was outside. It was just us, and the rest of the world had watched, but now it was just our little spot. And so as we gathered together as a team, you know, that emotion became very strong.
Every guy in here made a commitment. You know you did. There were times when it was dark. It was really dark. We turned back into each other's face and committed to each other. You knew we had to do it this way. This is the greatest feeling in the world. Is it not? 39 days! Hey, I share this with every one of you guys. Everyone in this room made a commitment. And we're there. And no one can ever take it away from us. Ever!
You deserve that. Hold on to it tight.
Go ahead, boys. Go ahead. Shield me.
Hey, Crybaby Young! Crybaby Young! I got your gun!
The microphone's giving me funny weight problems and hurting my ankle. Could be a lawsuit. See how funny it is when I sue him. I know a good lawyer, too. Can you hear me? You can hear me? NFL film's stupid, man. Like Hank, Big Hank, they got me wired. I'm just giving them a hard time.
I'm so glad I don't play for these guys. I mean, it's like a zoo. Lots of times we played him, I hit him with a warm-up ball. I got to hit him.
Who?
Al, but he's pretty far away. I got to throw a long ball. Look at him over there in that warm-up suit. He's one of the classics, bro. Did you see where I was aiming?
You know, I can tell this stuff is going to come back to haunt me. Just like Bill and Monica. At some point, I'm going to get in trouble and someone will say, did you ever say that? Or did... No, I never. I'll be on the stand. No, I never, ever. And all of a sudden, NFL films will break out. They'll break out something. Hey, we got him on tape. Hey, how long are you going to play?
Half-ish.
Over half? No. Try to get some burgers. I'll try to get you. I don't want to get you fat for the game.
You're supposed to check with me before you use anything. That stuff with Ty Detmer, man.
Always room for improvement. Always room for improvement.
Even when you're 38.
Well, I mean, not like, it's not that you can't. What'd you say? 35, sucker. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust you. Yeah. How you doing?
Hey, Gunner, how's it going, bud? Good to see you. Everything good? Say hi to your mom for me, will you? I love your mom way more than your dad.
Hey, Lynn. Hey, Lynn, you know, if Ricky Jackson can come back, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's no doubt you can still run the hook, the flat, stop and go. Have you thought about it at all?
Because, you know, Theismann's never given up on the dream. How's it going, bud?
It's
going
feeling
good?
Hanging in there.
I love someone who's older than me.
Exactly.
It makes me feel good. I love it. Easy, bro. You know, we're just barely making it. Every morning I wake up, I'm like feeling everything. Oh, feels all right. You doing good?
Yeah, man, I gotta go.
I'll go. I'll see you. Good to see you.
Good. Stay healthy.
Okay, you too. Dan's got a short fuse. Shorter than mine, I think.
Now he's even worse than you. He starts yelling at everybody.
Hey, Coach, I'm way better.
I know it. That's what I said. He's worse.
No, but I'm way better than even me before.
Yeah?
Hey, Jeremy, you can't cost your whole team. That's 70 guys over there waiting on you.
Hey, let's go, man.
Yeah, you're pretty mellow.
I'm very mellow.
Let's put it together. Everybody's wandering around. Let's go.
When was the last time I did something really stubborn?
Let me think.
7-6-2.
Hey, you're supposed to hold hands, not throw your helmet down. Oh, we're inching our way down the field, that's for sure. What the hell are we doing? Let's go red left, Fox 3 run on 1, ready? Oh man, he got me good. He got me good.
Who was it?
I don't know, but someone raked me over the coals.
Somebody fat?
Some fat, probably Cortez. Cortez ain't fat, he's just big. Oh man, that hurts. I'd rather have my leg amputated than that.
Not a pretty foot, so it doesn't matter.
Holy cow, somebody's got some flesh on the bottom of their cleats.
Which one?
Right there. It was only a flesh wound.
Is this fun or what?
Young looking around, being chased from behind. Still has the ball. Cuts back to his right. He's still at the 15-yard line. Throws on the run. He got his own deflection, and he's down to the 2-yard line on the zaniest play of the day by far.
I threw that thing. I went, woo!
I had to go back.
Hey, did you see how I threw that?
It worked out.
Right there, it's like, woo, boom. Referee covered you?
He was standing
I tell you what, the hell.
Excuse me.
Some of those guys can cover. What do you think, Jerry? We got it?
It's right on the money.
Right on the money? That's years of experience right there. Let's see what you do. Oh, you're amazing.
First down!
That is really not good. You know what? The first time you do it, you foul it up. You know what I mean? Like, it's obvious he fumbled. And then he's going to say that he heard the whistle. It's not good for publicity.
Well, the whistle blows.
Doesn't matter. It's not good for publicity.
I know it isn't.
Hey! You swallow your whistle! Hey, that's going to be swallowed his whistle. Is it 5:15 yet?
No, it's 6:30.
You finished for the day?
Yes.
It must be 5:15. I got to go home. Did you hear my dad whistle? Did someone hear my mom whistle?
It gets kind of psychological at some point because when you're little, you have a lot of fears. Some people have more than others. I was a kid that had a lot of them. You know, the boogeyman was something that was real to me. As I got older, one of the big fears I had was a fear of failure.
It's a safety for Kansas. From his own 32, Young in trouble, steps up in the pocket trying to scramble. He can't get away. Now the ball's loose. A loose ball picked up by Jaime Fields at the 40-yard.
The fear of failure was why I was good. You know, the old story is the little train that thought he could. I think I can, I think I can. I was just the opposite. I was like, I don't think I can, I don't think I can. And I used it as a motivating factor. It was like, this is really hard. These guys are going to be really tough. I don't know if it's going to happen. You know? And it was like, that was set me up so that I could go play well.
San Francisco down 27-24, 2 minutes to play. Young to throw. Quick slant in. Jerry Rice. End zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Football allows me to go out and face fears and create and manage and lead and fail and learn so much about myself that I would never have known what kind of a person I would have or could have been if I hadn't played football. I think that's why I have a passion for it, because it's bigger than just beating the Cowboys or the Packers. It's more personal.
And suddenly, this is a 1-touchdown football game.
On to the champion, baby. We keep fighting.
Steve Young, one of the courageous games I've ever seen in a pro football player's career. To get the winning score is just the stuff of legend. That's guts.
See, what happened was, right at the snap, the strong safety started to go.
Doctors need to take pre-med, quarterbacks need to take psychology.
You'd be a much better quarterback if you take psychology.
What are you trying to say by that look, bro? What are you trying to say? What's the nonverbal language? Get in out of the huddle, listen close, get your ear into my face, you know what I mean? Let's go.
Everyone's got their own triggers. Everyone's got their own way of thinking.
Hustle! Huddle up! Hustle! Hustle! 75 razor!
You got to get inside somebody's head and try to figure out how you get them in the fourth quarter. When you're getting booed, they're tired, they've made mistakes, and they want to go home. How do you get them to go back out now? Because we're down by 6, and we got to do it all in a minute and a half.
Huddle up! Let's go! Make a big gain, come right back. All right? If you guys can dance in the end zone, we'll just come right back to the huddle.
It's hard. Human nature says, man, let's go home. We'll get them next week. And there's no next week. And so how do you do that? Psychology.
Great protection. Great protection. Good job.
I rarely scream at anybody. But what I do is I encourage loudly.
Let's go! Hey! Hey, let's go! Jerry, we're going to go get that first down.
I can encourage Jerry Rice a lot differently than I encourage Terrell Owens.
Hey, Terrell, ignore him, ignore him.
It's different kinds of people. Both of them have intense desires to do well, but I don't think you can treat them all the same.
But did you see it coming?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, I looked that free safety off. I'm coming to you, baby.
Okay.
Come on! Come on! Spread right!
The whole team's fighting for you to be able to throw the ball. And then he throws an interception. And you got to walk the sidelines, and those big guys are sweating and fighting. You know, they look at you like, what? What have you done? You know, what are you doing to us, man?
Sorry, Willie. Damn.
It's a horrible, humiliating moment. You want to blame someone else.
Sorry, bro.
But if you don't, if you walk the sidelines and say, hey.
So nobody's at fault, you know what I mean? Except me on interception.
People respond to people that are willing to, first of all, take the blame.
Not a baby.
And then don't give up.
Come on back. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I mean, let's go get them.
Here we go. Brown left. Fox 3 double go on color. Ready?
Faith is something a quarterback's got to have. You got to be the guy that says against all odds, nah, what are you kidding me? This is it. We're gonna do it.
50 spot out of slot. We'll audible if we let's be one of the audibles. Spot. Right? 50 spot. White 90. Two jet dancer.
Watch football, how people get along. I mean, it's amazing to watch people under scrutiny, under pressure. You should tell your wife, hey, honey, I got to watch this because I'm learning about relationships, how people get together, how they work out their problems, you know? It's a great thing. Watch every Sunday. It's pretty good.
I like my boys happy. I like my boys happy.
I think everyone in life should huddle about every 30 seconds to kind of see how things are going. You know, here's our next plan. You know, should be a family law. Every family should huddle every, few minutes. Your mind is what makes you a great quarterback. Your body does not make you a great quarterback. It's intellect. It's truly, how smart are you? Do you have the intellect to play football?
So then you jumped inside looking for the ball, and there was the mic back there, and I think
it is a chess game. And in football, taking a few seconds every 10 seconds to let's get a new play, a new strategy, a new idea, change it up. Okay, now we'll come out, we'll fight each other for a few seconds, then go back in our huddle, make a new plan, new strategy, go back out, and that's what's happening constantly throughout a game.
Young drops back to throw. Some outside pressure from Swilling. He gets away, decides to run to the 25, to the 20, breaks the tackle, up the middle, at the 1-yard line. They stop him just short of a touchdown. What a great run. He split 2 tacklers and then juked out another.
It's a very difficult process. It's about a lot of studying. It's a lot of practice. And I really believe that there are minds that are set up for football, that are set up for the chaos and the pressure of football smarts, field smarts. The great quarterbacks all have it.
Steve Young back to throw, gets away from the first man downfield. Taylor, great catch, breaks away.
If you can get to where you have the intellect and the preparation so your mind can be free, then you can finally use your physical talent, where you have the experience and your body is in great shape, that it's like nirvana. It's football nirvana.
Young straight back route. Steps up in the pocket, takes off, lots of room up the middle. He might go. Down to the 10, down to the 5. Cuts to the right, pushes off, over the end zone. No! What a score by Steve Young for the touchdown.
There is a cerebral part of the game. I went to law school, very difficult process of study, memorization, pressure, and I have to say that Football brings out even more of a challenge intellectually because your recall has to be so much quicker.
2 plays, spread right, 2-jet double arrow, eagle cross. Second play, 200-jet lion, both on 1. Ready?
How do you take all the information, not only game day, but the time that the ball is in play, and how do you use that to find out where to throw the ball, and what time, and how, and what speed, and velocity, and when you can't even see. It's like the big guys in front of you like, excuse me, but I can't see. And I'm supposed to throw this and make this all happen. I have to be honest, when I watch the film, I'll watch it and I'll say, how did I think to do that? How did I know? And it's an ability, I guess, to have it in the back of your brain, somewhere where it's subconscious.
322 scat, Y stick nod, Z shell across on 1. Ready?
The information in your brain has to be embedded so deep that you don't even get a chance to think about it.
Let's go in and out, here we go!
That's the piece to the puzzle. It's almost like the microchip that goes in and makes the whole thing work. To me, it's the ultimate art form because there's conflict. There's actually there's people trying to push against your perfection, your timing, your sense of poetry in motion.
Young goes to his left, now throws the other way. He's got a man at the goal line. He caught it! He caught it!
Most painters' canvas isn't moving, but in football the canvas is moving and you're trying to create something perfect.
1 giant step for Terrell Owens, 1 touchdown for San Francisco.
Whether it's a whole confluence of guys blocking or the timing with Jerry Rice, when you watch it done well, it's an amazing art form.
And he sends it way down the left sideline for Rice. There's one-on-one coverage. Jerry makes the cut, breaks the tackle. He gets by, Brown into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
And when it happens in the moment, I think it's the greatest art form because it happens at the moment. You know what I mean? It's not like you even get to preserve it.
You're always a playmaker. What you need to develop is to be an orchestrator. And that is a process that takes a lot of time. Have the most important piece of you as being quarterback is I want this ball out of my hand and into the hands of my teammates. Then you start to orchestrate the offense, and that just takes time. And in that middle, between playmaker and orchestrator, I call it the vortex, where you just hopefully you play long enough to learn fast enough before you get thrown out of town.
Launches it down the right side. Rice is there. Oh my! A one-handed catch down the sideline. One of his greatest catches.
You know, one of my favorite moments in football is you've thrown the ball, you get a sense it's a long ball, you kind of feel the trajectory, the power that needs to be in it. And, in a split second, you let the ball go, and you get hit immediately, and you're the bottom of this pile. And the only way you can tell what's going on, because your face is in the mud, is to look and kind of watch the fans. You know that it's completed, and then the cheer gets louder, like he's gone in for a touchdown. At that moment, art's at its greatest form. I can't see a thing. I've been a part of this piece of art, but I left it in the middle of it, and I have no idea what's going to happen, and all I can do is hear. There's something very poignant about that, because that's kind of football. You kind of see it, you kind of have an idea, you kind of practice it, you get it as intellectually into it as you can, and then you just let it go. And like Sid Gilman used to tell him, "Oh, coach, there's no rubber band in that ball, so just let it go and hope for the best." So there's some moments of really bad art, but there's some moments of just Rembrandt stuff.
Okay, good. You like it? Yeah. Okay. Ready? Steve Young, Mark.
Picking up the blitz is one of the toughest things I had to. Let me do that. Giving up drugs is one of. Merton, football is a game of. Merton. Just think of them. Se habla español. Well, yeah, you're real tough for that sesame seed walk. Sesame seed walk? Whoa! Am I dressed appropriately? The famous
designers like Gucci, Escada, all that stuff? No. I go for Gap. Is Gap a guy? Like, you know, Gucci's a guy. Is Gap a guy? Are you sure he's not a guy? Because I heard that he was like, he had a place down in Florida.
Whenever you're ready.
NFL Under the Helmet focuses on the strategy of the game.
Let there be football.
The X's and O's of football.
Feel the power.
I like it the way I did it. What's the next one?
Feel the power.
No. Go to the next one.
Feel the power.
Jeez.
Steve, I admire your courage, but I never, ever want to see you without your helmet on.
You're right, Coach Tressman.
Hello? Yeah. Hello? Look. Coach, I'm telling you, wearing my helmet, Coach, I promise.
Blame it on the bossa nova, the dance of love. Blame it on the bossa nova, the dance of love. The dance of love.
Yeah, how do you do that?
It's very, very hard to do, and you have to just practice over a lot of time. But, how do I say this? When I was younger, I learned to ride the unicycle. You know what a unicycle is? One wheel?
Yeah.
This is how I learned. For 4 weeks, I got out next to my car, got on the unicycle, shoot, fall, but pretty soon after a week or two, it was like shoot, shoot, fall. And then it was like shoot, 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 fall. You know what I mean? So I kept going along. Finally, I learned. It's the same kind of thing. You have to do it like 1,000 times. It's impossible to teach. You try it. That hurt.
So, what's the quarterback's job on a football team?
It's like the mom and the dad. For a brain your size, you're not really acting very smart. They have to do everything. You have to tell everyone what to do. You gonna snap normal for the opener or what?
Yeah.
You promise?
No, baby.
Are you promise?
No snap.
You've been lying all camp. Freaking lefty. I'm the one that if we mess up, it's my fault first.
Just one-on-one. It's like freaking one-on-one. Just give me something to throw to.
If you're the oldest in the family and you always get blamed for everything, that's like being quarterback.
Just trying to get everybody going. Everybody sleepwalking.
And how do you know what play to call all the time?
Nowadays, I have earphones in my helmet.
I got surround sound in here.
And the coach talks to me.
Third down. What was it? No, before.
That would be like if you had earphones on and you went to school and your mom could talk to you and say, hey, watch out for that kid on the right, you know? Or, yeah, hey, that girl's cute. I would like to get rid of mine.
I was like the coach yelling at you in Dolby Digital.
I don't like the coach talking to me.
Thing is, they got to put a two-way so we can say something back to him.
But I don't have a choice.
One of these days, I'm going to get a bad call, and I'm just going to rip it all out and make a big ceremony and just throw all of it all over the place.
Do you like to run with the ball?
Sometimes when there's no one around. But if anyone's around, I don't want to run because then they're going to hit me, and then I don't like that.
Runs away to his left, has some space. He's got lots of room. 35, 30, stays in bounds. He's to the 20, 15, one man to get by. He's to the 5, carries him into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Oh, what a play. What a play by Steve Young.
Do you ever notice your face when you're running?
That really makes me mad. I don't know why. I've never seen a normal face. I'm always like...
Psycho!
I don't know why that is. Why is that? It's embarrassing.
Psycho! Me! This is the psycho!
I don't know why, but I make dumb faces when I play.
Do you have a favorite pass that you've thrown, like in a game?
Oh, yeah.
San Francisco will have one crack at it.
I threw a pass to Terrell Owens one year.
And if you want to take one crack, maybe he's the guy who should go for it. Young almost falls down, throws to the end zone.
When you took the snap, you stumbled.
You want to know exactly why? Because my lineman, my guy in front of me, stepped on my foot. You think it was my fault? No, he stepped on my foot. I almost tripped.
The ball had to be perfect. It was. Niners will win it.
That's what a great athlete I am. I stood up and threw a touchdown pass. Right? Mm-hmm. With a funny face. Wise guy. There's something good about football. There's something that people can learn. To me, if you become a real connoisseur of the game of football, you can learn about life. You know, I hear people say, he dropped the ball. Well, we dropped the ball. We can tell you what that really is like.
I couldn't get my body back to throw it to Jerry back here.
We're the living metaphor. I mean, failure.
But damn, I'm sorry about that, bro.
Victory, it's all happening right in front of your eyes.
Young drops back to throw, pass to the end zone. Fred Jones on his knees. Genuflects in effect into the end zone.
There's nothing in the world that I've been able to really see, other than maybe bull riding, that replaces not the adrenaline. People always talk about adrenaline. It's the finality. It's the moment. It's doing something that you know the answer to now. There's a result play to play and game to game that you can define.
Here's the kick. It is up. It is good. 49ers win an overtime game.
There's something about that immediacy that makes the game very, I mean, it can give you goosebumps just thinking about it.
San Francisco wins an incredibly heart-throbbing game. It was tense from start to finish.
That's why I love the game so much.
Shut him down again. One more time.
That's why it continues to be so intellectually stimulating at my age.
You know what I mean? Just come in and break it flat, boom, right there, because you were wide open. You know what I mean? I wanted to give it.
It's not like, oh, I know it. Oh, I got it figured out. Every year, I want to go handle it better. And it's impossible to handle it completely. You want to control it. You want to be able to have enough information and have enough experience and be able to handle all of it. Anyone can do anything on that field and I can handle it. And you never, ever completely handle it. So it's like it's always elusive. You're always trying to catch it. And that's why I find myself so invigorated playing football. People ask me, you know, it's just a game. Why are you still playing a game? I mean, aren't you a little old for a game? You know, if football's a game, then life is a game. You know, and I figure I'll play that one for a while.
One of the secrets to my success has always been I show up for work every day, and I give it all I got. And this is where I showed up for work. And so in a way, I guess, I wanted to show up for work one more day. Retiring at 38 is, in some ways, it's just, you know, it sucks, you know? But it brings me great joy just to think about all the things that have happened. I love Candlestick Park and the ethereal fog rolling in. I love the hyped up roar of a Monday night crowd. I love walking the tunnel from the locker room to the field.
As soon as that play's over, bam, find that spot. Help me get these guys going.
I love pacing the sidelines all those years.
Play fake, Young to throw, way down the right sideline, and it's Stokes! He caught it!
I love playing Dallas.
He makes a leaping, diving catch like a Superman!
And I love playing Green Bay.
Touchdown pass! Terrell Owens being bumped in the goal line! Hit as he caught the ball!
We'll be talking about this for a long time.
Good to say, hey.
I love the feeling that our offense and the anticipation that we were going to score 50. Many times we didn't, but we usually scored enough.
Leaping to catch it, Terrell Owens, what a job!
I love the expectations that every year we were going to the Super Bowl.
First touchdown of the game comes after only a minute and 24 seconds. 44 yards, touchdown pass to Rice. He sets another record.
And I'll miss the 49er faithful, the relationship that we forged over all these years through some tough times and some great times. I loved playing for the San Francisco 49ers. I will miss them.